Okay, I'm putting this up for my friend Scott mainly. Um, this is a fan trip in early June of 1975 on the Claremont and Concord. We rode from Claremont Junction to Newport. It was a railroad enthusiast sponsored trip. There were, I think, 3 or 4 gondolas and folding chairs that constituted the accommodation for passengers. Speed was about 10 miles an hour, so it wasn't a big deal in terms of comfort and everything. It's kind of a so-so day. It was a little overcast, and we get some spits of rain here and there, and occasional sunshine. But nevertheless, I think this was the last trip that ran over the line to Newport. The last, passenger or excursion. There was probably some freight moves that took place afterward, but not too long after this was done, the track was taken up. That's a few years. That's the connection going down to the electric yard. Claremont at one time, of course, had a very extensive street railway that was electrified and served a number of the industries in town. My friend Scott has written extensively about it, and he's researched extensively on it. It's been published in a number of places, and mostly hobby publications and whatnot. But he's more or less as far as I'm concerned, the expert on the line at this point in time. This is going through what remained of Claremont Yard. And at one time, this was a branch this branch, I should say, extended all the way to Concord. It connected Concord, New Hampshire with Claremont. And it was the Claremont and Concord branch, not surprisingly, I think crossing Broad Street. And let's see, so the trip, we had about, it's probably a couple hundred people on it that day, and we're crossing over the Sugar River here in East Claremont and going toward North Newport. And among the features in the trip on this line were 2 covered bridges that were still in service, and they're still extant. I think this is like a bike path today or a walking path or whatever, but the covered bridges are still in place. As far as I know, it seems like there was a fire or something on one of them, but they repaired it. I may be confusing it with something else. Anyway, they ran a couple of photo run-bys, and this was the first of them. I think this is North Newport. I'm not sure. Scott will know. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to make the corrections. This is Joe LaRusso in the red jacket on the right. And so there were a number of people that got pictures of the trip. I've never really seen too many of them, though. And there's the Sugar River again. And the Sugar River flows into the Connecticut down at West Claremont. Anyway, we're heading toward Newport. I don't think I got any video or film at Newport, but anyhow, here we are again going along, and this is the second of the covered bridges that we're going through. And I think on the way back, we did a photo run by. Again, of coming out of the covered bridge, or the train coming out of the covered bridge. So it was kind of a neat trip. It's not going to be repeated anytime soon, I can guarantee you that. And you can see the 44-tonner has, if you look really close, you can see that it's got white flags on the front of it indicating it's a special move. I guess they were all special moves at that time. But yeah, kind of a fun time, and like I say, a Railfan odyssey that will not soon be forgotten, probably will never be repeated. In June of 1975.